Hey Vemma team, believers. I just really wanted to talk about the power of story in this business and developing your story, your personal story, and your why you're doing this. It's not about the money, it's not about the cars, it's not about the material things really. I mean, we won't want that. It's totally fine to want them, but I would like to share my own story because today I was really inspired by Nicola's story, and I said to myself, yeah, I want to share my own story, my personal story, why I'm doing this business, and kind of my whole life story, how I got to the point to do Vemma and Verve, and how I started this business. Um, developing your story and why it's so important is because if you don't have strong reasons why you're gonna quit this business. If you just do it for money is not gonna keep you motivated. If people say no to you, or people say, oh, it's a scam, or if people say that it's not gonna work, or you're dumb, or you're stupid, right? But you have to have a strong why and kind of your personal story and develop that story. And when you do meetings with people, share your personal story why you're doing this, because it touches people. So just a little bit about myself. My parents, my mom and my dad, they never got along with each other very well. They would always argue, and when I was really little, every morning I would wake up, maybe 7 a.m. in the morning. I would hear my parents arguing. I would hear my mom even crying because my father was really picky, in the kitchen, and he would never be satisfied about something. He would always find a reason to complain about something and blame my mom for that and blame other people. So I grew up in an environment where there was a lot of negativity, bad news. My father would always complain. Both of my parents would always complain about the economy, how life sucks, and especially I grew up in an environment where my parents didn't get along. As I said, didn't get along with each other very well, and that negativity, they just stayed. They never divorced. They stayed together just because of the comfort, just because they kind of got comfortable in what they're doing with themselves and how they live. Instead of actually trying to find their own way and living their own life, they're still together. And I got a lot of negativity from very early age in my life, and I always for a long time in my life I felt like worthless. That I'm nothing, and that bad life is bad. That I cannot be successful. I cannot make as much money as I want to. I cannot be my own boss. I will always be a worker. I will always be employed for somebody else, and that I cannot have more because the polities, the people, the decision makers, and government decide, okay, how much money I'm worth and what kind of job I'm allowed to have, or and just because of that negativity, I basically 3 years ago was introduced to this company, but I never believed in myself that I can actually do it. I saw people's stories. I saw really successful people in this business like Brad Alcaz and Alex Morton, and now I met 1 year ago Martin Roof, which is he's a lead in our company, but it took me a while to kind of change my paradigm and think about who I am and how powerful I am. And my biggest why right now is not really I want the money, I want this passive income, I want the time freedom and stuff like that. I want to be my own boss, but what I really want to do with this business, with Verve, is to help people change their mindset and to help them realize how powerful they are, that we are highest form of creation and we can do really anything we want to. And no matter what happens in your life, no matter what happened in your life before, no matter what is your story, and whether you were homeless, and I don't know, whether you were beaten up when you were really little, or whether you saw a lot of negativity and anger and angriness from other people, you can have or do or be anything you want, and you gotta be grateful because you are here, just because you are, not because what happened to you, not because what will happen to you, but what you are right now, that you are here, that maybe you have a roof under you and food to eat, and so I want to help people to realize how powerful they are, that they can be their own boss, they can make as much money as they want to make, and they can help a lot of people in this business, and to help people change their paradigm shift, to change their thinking from employees to an employer, from employees mindset to an entrepreneur's mindset. Because there's so many people right now and in our society that have like low self-esteem. They feel like they're worthless, and they, just because they feel like they're worthless, they live like the kind of life that doesn't give them satisfaction, and they just settle for mediocrity. But it's not about that they don't want, it's not about that they don't want more, that they don't want experience more better things and positive things in life, just because they don't believe that they can have it, and they believe that it's just what I have right now and who I am right now is enough, and it's just I was given these abilities or these talents, and I cannot improve beyond that. I cannot be more. It's a mindset, and sometimes we really get angry because people think that they're worthless. People think that it's destiny. You cannot change it. You cannot change your situation because your parents did that, because the way your parents lived before, grandparents lived before, grandparents and stuff like that. But actually, there's a way that if you just change your mindset about who you are and what you're capable of, you can achieve whatever you want, and you can help other people. So basically why I'm doing this is, again, I want to help people to transform the way of thinking about themselves and about other people, so they can empower other people to be great. They can empower other people to go from ordinary to extraordinary. And I think it's really, really powerful. And it's not about selling energy drink cans, it's not about cars or flying jets, flying planes, or watches and expensive dinners. It's about empowering yourself and becoming more of who you are, and actually believing that you can have more than that you have right now, and you can live the way you want to live, and that it's just a matter of a strong decision and commitment to stick to that decision that's going to make you successful in this business. So think about that, and when you talk to your people and your newest people, whether it's a home event, whether it's person-to-person event, whether it's two-on-one, tell your real story. Tell why you're doing this, what's so powerful about it, why you're going to be successful, But make it personal, Tell your real story. Don't hesitate to reveal your real self, because this is where people really find you attractive and can relate to you on a deep and personal level. And I think this is really powerful. So think about your story. Start developing your story from the very, very start, because this is going to really help you growing this business. And I came to this realization today after hearing Nicole's story that we can do amazing things with Verve right now with this movement, and it's going to be freaking huge. We're going to impact thousands of people's lives, not only young people but also older people, their parents as well. We want to work on changing people's paradigms and about the way they think about themselves and about life, about potential, about the talent, about success. So thanks for listening. I hope this was helpful for you guys. And develop your own story.